You know that feeling when a conversation just goes south? Think about the last time someone strongly disagreed with you on a really hot topic. Did you get defensive? Or maybe you just completely shut down. Whether it's your boss, your partner, or even just your neighbor, when the stakes get high, our biology kicks in, and we usually end up either picking a massive fight or taking flight.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a genuinely groundbreaking toolkit designed to completely transform those exact high-stakes discussions. Look, this isn't about making better small talk at parties. We are talking about mastering the pivotal moments that literally shape your career, your relationships, and ultimately your life.
So, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll define what crucial conversations actually are. Second, filling the shared pool. Third, working on me first. Fourth, refusing the sucker's choice. And finally, learning to look. Let's jump right in.
Just to put into perspective how powerful this framework is, we're talking about proven tools that have sold over 500,000 copies. This methodology isn't just some passing fad. It's drawn from 25 years of research, studying 20,000 people. So yeah, this is a highly battle-tested approach to handling life's toughest interactions.
All right, Section 1. What are crucial conversations? Decoding high-stakes interactions. So what exactly takes an everyday normal chat and turns it into a total danger zone? Well, there are 3 specific ingredients. Number 1, the stakes are high. 2, opinions vary. And 3, emotions run strong. This could be anything, right? From asking your manager for a major promotion to a really heated dispute with your neighbor over where the property line is. These are those make-or-break moments where the outcome could alter your life, for better or worse.
And here's what happens biologically. When disagreement strikes, bam, 2 tiny organs right on top of your kidneys just flood your bloodstream with adrenaline. Suddenly, blood is diverted completely away from the logical processing centers of your brain and sent straight to your limbs so you can run or fight. The result? Right when you desperately need your highest level critical thinking, you are literally operating with the cognitive abilities of a rhesus monkey. Seriously. Moving right along to Section 2, filling the shared pool, which is the secret of top communicators.
Let's talk about Kevin. Kevin is a VP who managed to navigate this biological monkey trap perfectly. So during a super tense meeting, his CEO was basically using his power to push a disastrous new office relocation just because it was closer to his own hometown. And when the team pushed back, the CEO started raising his voice. But Kevin simply stepped up, respectfully pointed out that the CEO was violating their own decision-making guidelines and just spoke the absolute truth without playing any games. He didn't clam up in silence, and he didn't attack. And because of that amazing tact, the CEO actually backed down, and the team made a way better choice.
The secret here is that skilled communicators get all relevant information out into the open. They create this shared pool of meaning, which leads to much smarter decisions. You see, each of us enters a conversation with our own unique pool of meaning, our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. But people who are truly gifted at dialogue do absolutely everything they can to make it safe for everyone to add their meaning to that shared pool, even if those ideas are controversial. That shared pool is the absolute birthplace of synergy. The larger the pool, the higher the group's collective IQ.
Which brings us to Section 3, work on me first, starting with your own heart.
To understand why we fail so often, just picture this classic scenario. 2 young sisters fighting over a Disneyland hotel bathroom. They completely lost sight of their actual goal, which was just getting relief and going to the park. Why? Because their new motive suddenly became simply to win the argument. They spent 25 minutes arguing, name-calling, and dancing around in a cramped hotel room. And you know, we do the exact same thing. In the middle of a crucial conversation, our motives often change without us even realizing it. We start out wanting to solve a problem, but as that adrenaline starts flowing, our goals shift to wanting to win, wanting to save face, or sometimes just wanting revenge. Now contrast those kids with Greta. Greta is a CEO who is leading a massive cost-cutting campaign. In front of 200 managers, she gets publicly accused of being a total hypocrite because of a rumor about her buying expensive office furniture. Now, she could have defended her ego, right? She could have easily put that manager in his place. But instead, she stayed perfectly calm. She asked herself what she really wanted, and she realized her true goal was just to get those managers to embrace the cost-cutting efforts.
By pausing and asking yourself the right questions, you can actually juice up the problem-solving part of your brain and completely bypass that fight-or-flight monkey instinct. Ask yourself, what do I really want for myself? What do I really want for others? What do I really want for this relationship? And finally, how would I actually behave right now if I really wanted those results?
Introducing these complex, abstract questions forces your body to send precious blood back up to the thinking part of your brain, which keeps you highly focused on dialogue instead of defense.
Let's look at Section 4. Refuse the sucker's choice and break false dichotomies.
So this is what we call the sucker's choice. It's that false assumption that we absolutely must pick between being honest and keeping the peace. We tell ourselves we only have two really ugly options. Option A, tell the ugly truth and completely ruin the relationship. Or option B, keep quiet, starve that shared pool of meaning, and just suffer in silence. It's the absolute worst kind of either-or thinking. And honestly, we use it all the time to justify either our aggressive behavior or our cowardly silence.
So how do we break free from this trap? By searching for the elusive "and" question. You have to ask yourself, is there a way to be entirely honest and completely respectful? By clarifying what you really want, and then explicitly clarifying what you really don't want, you force your brain to find a much healthier third option. Presenting your brain with a tougher problem opens you up to creative solutions that completely bypass the need for either silence or violence.
And that leads to our final part, Section 5, Learning to Look, Spotting Danger in Dialogue.
Think about fly fishing for a second. Just like a fly fisherman looks for the trout under the water's reflection, you must learn to dual process by watching both the actual content of the conversation and the safety conditions. It's just not enough to focus intensely on the words being said. You really have to look at what people are doing. Are they getting upset? Are they suddenly holding back? You have to look completely past the surface argument to see the underlying emotional conditions of everyone involved.
This brings us to an absolute, non-negotiable rule. Dialogue requires safety. When you genuinely trust the other person's motives, you can absorb blistering feedback without ever getting defensive. But the literal second you feel unsafe, your peripheral vision narrows, your body prepares for fight or flight, and suddenly, even a super well-intended compliment can feel like a deeply sarcastic attack.
When that safety is lost, people immediately default to one of two paths: silence or violence. Silence restricts meaning. That looks like masking with sarcasm, avoiding the subject entirely, or just withdrawing from the conversation. Violence, on the other hand, tries to force meaning. That looks like controlling the conversation, labeling people with stereotypes, or attacking them personally. Spotting these specific behaviors is your giant red flag that safety has been compromised.
Ultimately, you've got to become a vigilant self-monitor of your own style under stress, meaning your personal default to either silence or violence. When you notice safety is at risk, step out of the content of the argument entirely. Just stop. Don't get trapped in the nitpicky details of the fight. Figure out exactly what you need to do to make the environment safe again, and only then step back in. It's basically social first aid for your most important relationships.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Now that you have the tools, what are you waiting for? Which conversation, if you finally held it, would completely change your life today? Look, we all have that one tough discussion we've been avoiding or botching. But now that you understand the biological traps, the sheer power of that shared pool of meaning, and exactly how to maintain conversational safety, you are ready. So step up, speak up, and go transform your interactions.